to record. Okay, welcome to another edition of Startup Fridays, Kogi, with your hosts, Fernando Saledon and Felix Akuo. And today we're going to have our first guest, or our second guest, Dominic.
Yeah, Dominic Orowua is my name.
Orowua, yes. If you could please tell us a little bit about yourself and your platform, and tell our audience will be from around the world. Most of our audience is on LinkedIn. We'll be on LinkedIn, hopefully Facebook, and also on YouTube. So please tell us all what your project is, because I know it's enormous and I know it's fantastic. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Generally, I am just somebody who tries to make life effective for people, work, life, make it much more efficient. So anything I'm doing, that's what I'm actually targeting. So I run a tech startup that is focused on helping businesses, communities, and individuals leverage technology for growth. So whatever aspect you're trying to grow, you're helping them leverage technology to that, to that effect. I also run the Founders Initiative Africa, which is a social enterprise that connects startups, give them the opportunity to learn, and also leverage opportunities like different types of opportunities, growth opportunities for them. Yeah, so that's just the two things I'm focusing on at the moment. And at the, just before I had this conversation, we are hosting an event, Tech Xposed. This is the second edition, and it's for us to see it as a local event with a global audience. That's what we are looking at it as. So that's just what I do in a nutshell.
And how many people do you have participating in this event, or did you have in the first event, and will you have in the future event?
Okay, the first event was a little localized. I came into Jalingo.
I must say, we're talking about collaborations with Startup Kogi.
Okay. You said something, Felix. Okay, I think, well, the last event was a little localized, right? So I came into the tech ecosystem here, just fresh, and I was looking at ways to understand the tech ecosystem and participate. I don't know if you can hear me clearly.
I can hear you clearly.
Yes, to participate in what they are doing and see how the ecosystem works. So it was more like a test run for what we were trying to do at that time. So it was a 2-day event. We had about 30 participants, within the capital of the state. It was just a localized event to see how people would react to it. So from that understanding, we looked at how we can make it much more bigger and inclusive in this particular edition. So we're looking at hosting over 1,000 people for this edition coming January 2022.
Excellent.
Yes.
And Felix, you had a question for our guest, for Dominic.
Yes,
Felix.
Earlier, I was going to talk about the areas of collaborations with Startup Kogi initiative, codenamed Suki. So let's talk about what your expectations. Let's talk about the target and then there.
Right.
You got it?
Yes, I got it. So prior to this meeting, prior to this event, we've been into talks about what both parties can actually offer. I run a tech company and we help build technologies. And Startup Kogi is all encompassing when it comes to helping startups grow. And so we feel there's a complementary line there where we can come in as a technological partner and Startup Kogi can come in as a business development partner, where we can co-incubate startups mostly at the idea stage, help them build their ideas so that it becomes something profitable. And so this is something that exceeds the, like I said, let's look at the Nigerian map. Northeast Nigeria, for a start, is not included in the tech ecosystem completely. And so there are a lot of opportunities available here. These underserved regions have a lot of possibilities. And so when we include them in that tech ecosystem and they participate fully, they will be able to even impact that ecosystem. So if this collaboration will more like be an opening door where this particular region can participate in what the tech ecosystem is all about. So I see that as a very big opportunity, a very huge opportunity for all of us, not just as as a country like Nigeria, but also on the African, on a larger scale. There are a lot of other underserved regions within Africa that are not fully maximized when it comes to tech resources. So this is more like the picture of what I'm seeing for what we can do together.
In your platform, what is the emphasis of the startups? What do you have more of? Do you have communications startups? Do you have I don't know if it's logistics tech, med tech, fintech? What is it? What are they composed of?
Okay. For now, a larger percentage of startups within this ecosystem are edtech startups and fintech. Considering that, I think that's the direction that the country is actually going for a while. So most people are focused on those areas at the moment. There are a lot of possibilities, like in logistics, health. These areas are exploited in other regions in the country, but in this particular region, they're not really exploited yet because of probably the lack of information. There are really no much available information as to the, before you can actually start up something, you must do research, and there should be research opportunities or research places, hubs you could go for research. Some of these things are not available. And so these are the lapses, and these are the areas we plan to come in and help out. So there are a couple of fintechs, there are a couple of edtechs too, and management SaaS, like management solutions. A lot of companies are building management solutions for schools, for offices, and all of those things.
Excellent.
Yes.
And in the crypto sphere, because I know everyone's talking about crypto.
Yes.
What do you see in crypto as far as Nigeria? Is there a Nigeria coin coming out?
Yes, the INAIRA. For me, the INAIRA is one of the innovations in recent times that I'm actually very proud of as a country, because this is a value that is determined by people. The adoption determines the value. And so the more people who get encouraged to adopt the coin, the more valuable it is. So eliminating the giving Nigerians more possibilities to improve on their standard of living. For example, I could decide at this early stage when it's coming out to invest in it. And if I'm investing in it, I'm hopeful that a lot of people will adopt it and the value is going to increase. So instead of me going to the market and spending 1,000 naira on a particular product, because I have INAIRA, I can spend the equivalent of 1,000 naira cash, maybe 500 naira INAIRA, 500 INAIRA. And so it is allowing me to spend less compared to when I was using physical cash. So this is a good innovation. It's amazing that I hope a lot of people delve into it. In fact, from the very first day it launched, I made sure I set up my Speed wallet so that I am participating in what INAIRA is actually coming to do. So excellent. I think that's my own opinion about it. Yes.
Nice.
Good one.
The
INAIRA is a worthy development. It's a beautiful development in the country.
Are any of your startups involved in agrotech?
Okay, at the moment we are not having any, but there's somebody I was actually relating with some time ago in Benue State. He runs an agrotech kind of system, and it's actually pretty amazing because if you look at Benue State as a state, it's Benue State, Taraba State, where I am, is focused on their core resources. The core resources they have are targeted towards agriculture. And so it's a very huge opportunity for that sector. You see, these are lapses and these are areas where with the right guidance, the right resources, people will maximize them. And these are places tech can help. So these are the things that we want to come and actually, have something to do for them to maximize these resources too.
Excellent. And where do you see the platform growing? What would you like it to become 5 years from now?
Okay. I see myself playing part of a community. Generally, I am very focused on building community, and there's a big reason why. When I started off as an entrepreneur, as a person who gets into the entrepreneurial space, I was very much secluded in the sense that I was just trying to figure out things on my own. So I came across Return Elumelu Foundation, which is recognized globally as one of the facilitators for startups in Africa. And I got to learn a particular thing about community. There's this synergy that when people bring things together, it works much more better. It's a multiplier effect of people. And so for me, in the coming years, I'm going to be focused on building a community for anything I am doing. So if I'm running a business, my business is going to solve community-based problems that people and individuals within a specific community, a region, is facing, rather than just going straight up to focus on just maybe business people, finding solutions that can sustain over a long period of time. So many people, I can employ somebody to do a particular project for me, and I don't need to hire any agency again to do it for me. So hiring an agency will not be part of my budget. But communities always have problems that people need to fix. And these are the things that are sustainable over time. These are the things that brings about economic development and all of those things. So that is what I'm gearing towards, and that is the platform I want to build.
Excellent.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And where will your events be taking place at? What's the location?
Okay, it's hybrid. There's going to be a physical location in Jalingo, Taraba State, and I'll give you the reason is still because I want to bring this Northeast Nigeria play a role in the general tech ecosystem. Though it's hybrid because we want to attract global audience too, to get to see that these particular locations have resources that they can tap into, have ideas, have people that can contribute. And so that is why the global audience is also there, and to shine a light to the ecosystem as well. So still bringing down to the community thing I'm talking about, these people need to play a role in the general tech ecosystem. So that is why we are doing it physically here, and also hybrid to attract other eyes, other people's eyes to see what is happening and, participate as well.
Excellent. And that's what we are trying to do, is we're trying to bring eyes to the African continent so that people see the potential that there is, and it goes far beyond the news, because the news, as you know, gives us lots of the bad stuff, and we know that there's tons of very creative and ingenious technologies being developed in the continent, and it's just a matter of putting the resources together.
True.
Felix?
Yeah, sure. Okay, Fernando, thank you so very much. It's a welcome development. I am very, very sure that this collaboration will move the country forward. I know for sure that Africa, Nigeria's in particular, really needs to speed up in tech adoption, and there are several innovations coming up. The way our people do things, we need to find ways to automate our businesses and bring and increase our local economy. So I see that you have serious interest in building communities and their local economy. This is decisive. This is what we need at this time in Africa. Once our communities are thriving, of course, we will grow and develop in all sense. Thank you once again, Fernando, for bringing Dominic. Thank you, Dominic, for what you do. And then I am very sure that this will go far to our sister countries like Uganda, Cameroon, Senegal, and the likes. Earlier today, we were discussing about the coin.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you plan to embrace this cryptocurrency, the crypto business in what you do?
Okay. I'm more like focusing on blockchain as a service. I know of a company called Dominic, I think. They hold records of landed properties, right? And they use blockchain as their technology, the back-end technology involved. And the reason it's like that is because of security. So I'm looking at blockchain on a general sense, not just the coins or the payment side of it. I'm looking at blockchain as a complete technology because it's an infrastructure that can be utilized in every sector, in security, in IoT, in a whole lot of things. So that is the aspect I'm looking at it, and that is the aspect I'm looking forward to venturing into, rather than just crypto as a payment, thing. And one of the things, even as somebody who invests in any cryptocurrency, I look at the use of that particular coin, the effect it's having, the impact it's having as a coin before I would want to invest, because it determines how far that coin is going to go, how long it is going to stay in, how long it is going to stay and grow, sustainably. So I'm mostly focused on the use of the blockchain technology itself rather than the coins.
Excellent.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. So and then how about smart cities? If you're interested in blockchain, talk about smart cities. So yeah, you're
Yes,
interested in smart
I think
cities.
the problem about smart cities is the infrastructure we have in the country at the moment. The smart cities that operate basically online, internet, and so the connectivity, the infrastructure available for connectivity are not, maybe in other cities they are, but there are some other cities that they are not. So you see, transiting from one city to another may have a problem in using them. Though we look forward to that as we work towards improving connectivity as a country. So it's something we face in Africa. I remember having an event with South Africans. I think some South Africa. It was a regional event for South Africa, and virtually everybody within the South African region had internet connection issues at the same time. These were different countries in the same region. It's a big problem. So if we are able to get opportunities to improve on our infrastructure, then smart cities is a way to go.
Okay, that's fine.
Excellent. All right, sounds fantastic. Would you have any other message for our audience? Our audience is truly international. Felix and I have been talking for a while now, a year or two now? And we go back and forth. What can we do here? What can we do there? And then I've connected Felix with people in Europe and in throughout the United States, and people in Latin America. So your audience is truly international. What would you like to communicate to that international audience?
Okay, first, I would want to say that playing a part in the overall ecosystem, a tech ecosystem, is very vital because it is the new normal. like we call it, is the new normal. The internet has made everywhere a global village. We are not in the same place. And so if we actually, the African economy is the new, is the emerging economy. Emerging economies are great places to actually look for opportunities. And that is why we are inviting you to come to Africa and see what we are doing. A lot of people are doing a whole lot of things. There are people in, I met somebody within this period who does amazing things with hardware, different pieces of hardware. They do a lot of things, and what they need is exposure. So if we can come down here and see what they are doing, some of these opportunities can be utilized anywhere in the world. So that is what I feel everybody should know, and they should be part of what we are doing at Xposed 2022, because
Oh, you got cut off.
Yes.
Looks like you got cut off. We'll wait a moment for him to finish or come back. Dominic, are you still there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I think his network is a little fuzzy.
And it goes right back to what he was talking about. It's all about the connectivity. So that's going to be one of our first things to tackle is connectivity. Absolutely. Okay, so I guess this will bring us to an end. Felix, do you have any closing words for today? And next week we'll go ahead.
Yes. I think day by day the edifice is growing. I believe strongly that Africa is scaling up, and then our Fridays are being utilized. I look forward to maybe mass interactions in due course. Let's talk to people. Let's have them in on the weekly show and hear what they have to say. I think it's not so much about us talking now. It's so much about listening to our community, listening to our people, and then looking at areas that we can be of help. Looking at the areas who can be of help to our startups, existing businesses at their idea stage. Yes, and this is Dominic is doing very well. He's doing very well following his passion. And I know there are several of Dominics. There are plenty of Dominic who are kicking really hard to ensure things work. These people, we need to find them. We need to find them and ensure that yes, their work becomes smooth and easy for the best of Africa and the world at large. Thank you once again, my coach, friend, and colleague. I think that's all.
And Dominic, would you like to have the last word, because you got cut off there toward the end?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No.
Okay. I think what I would say is what you are doing is actually amazing. Whenever I see anybody, no matter your level, the high level, the low level, whatever level you are, playing a part in uplifting economies, it just amazes me. It's one of the things that I would say motivates me. I know it's not all. The motivation is not all you need, but it's a way to start. It's a way to start. So I'm really super glad I've met you, and I'm really super glad I'm going to be working with you on a whole lot of things moving on. So. Felix, can you hear him?
Yes, I can hear. Fernando, your mic's on mute.
Yes, I'm sorry. So when you're all done, I mean, when we're done with this, please make sure that you put it out to as many people as you can, and we'll see each other again if possible, and hopefully next time we'll have even bigger news about your bigger events, and have bigger reach. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So, audience, thank you for tuning in. This has been a miraculous show with Dominic, Felix, and myself, Fernando. We appreciate your attendance, and please spread the word of Africa is rising.